Welcome back. We're speaking with Dr. Edward Cho, the Assistant Director of NYIT's Center for Global Health, about his medical mission to Haiti. There were two earthquakes in Haiti. The first one was 7.0, the second one 6.0. Were you still there when the second earthquake hit?
Yes, I was in the middle of the second earthquake. It was 6 o'clock in the morning, and we were staying with the Treasury Minister of Haiti. And she lived in a 5-story building built on the side of the mountain, and we were on the bottom floor. So we definitely felt the impact of the second earthquake. And when you drove through the streets, the buildings that were half standing or upright the day before were completely leveled after the fact.
How did you feel when that happened?
I think after the second earthquake, you definitely saw a change in Port-au-Prince, and you definitely felt the desperation of a lot of the people in the area and also the people that were trying to work. And so the volume of patients went up after the second earthquake, and the amount of people that were in front of the airport and also the U.S. Embassy grew tremendously, 3 or 4-fold. And so people trying to get out with U.S. passports was a little bit more desperate.
What do you think is the biggest hurdle still facing the people in that country?
Well, the infrastructure is completely destroyed. There is no government structure that is governing the area of Port-au-Prince or the country. So the disorganization that you feel that was on the ground is definitely palpable, and it's definitely real. And so for the country, it has a lot of work to be done in order to reestablish all the infrastructure and the government controls. Right now, at this point, most of the coordination is being done by the UN or the US military. And so that gives some sort of semblance of stability, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
Now, you were with a group that had a saying, things happen for a reason. Tell me about that.
I think a lot of what happened, because there were so many logistical challenges that we encountered, that there were certain people and the place and time where we were at the time, events that happened, that if one thing didn't happen, things would have gone much worse. So it would have been, without talking specifically, there were certain people that got sick during our trip that if certain people were not there, then it would have had a worse outcome. And the same thing with people to arrange logistics. If we didn't have certain people that we were in contact with, it wouldn't have been as easy to get out of Haiti and Port-au-Prince.
Would you say that your mission there was successful? Did you do everything that you needed to do?
Yes, I think part of the reason we went to Haiti to arrange logistics and to give medical care, and the structure of setting it up for health providers to come for the next 6 months was established, and that's the thing that we tried to accomplish, and we succeeded despite all the logistical challenges.
Would you go back there?
Yeah, I think it's required that there is a certain point that we're going to need to go back to make sure that the structure and the delivery of supplies and health providers will continue to happen. And in order for that to happen, you need a certain amount of oversight in order to make sure that people are doing what they're doing and they get what they need.
Now, if you were faced with the same situation someplace else in the near future, would you do anything differently than you did this time?
There's a little bit more of a understanding on my part that the communication systems in a disaster situation will be minimal or non-existent. So I would bring more communication devices in order to facilitate our communication with other partners, like a satellite phone.
Satellite phones, cell phones. How are you able to recharge devices like that?
It was very difficult, either at the UN compound or at the hospitals that had generators to power their electrical devices. But anywhere else, it wasn't existent. A lot of the houses, places that we stayed, there was no way to actually recharge phones or communicate, because a lot of times either text message, email, or phone was out. So one was working or none of them were working.
The Center for Global Health, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. The Center for Global Health's primary mission is to partner out with nonprofit organizations that have a long-term sustainable mission in terms of broadening or improving health in an area. But the broader goal of the center is not just healthcare, is bringing in the different schools of NYIT, let's say engineering, architecture, education, business, in order to create health solutions from their perspectives. So it's really bridging out to create multidisciplinary solutions to health issues. And so we set up sites in developing countries to create a program that allows all the different schools to work in those areas.
I'd like to thank you for being with NYIT's Global Roundtable. I'm Carol Pack. We'll see you again next time.